Hey everyone, this is Brian from Madness and Motive. We're going low budget tonight because it's really late, but this was the only way I could let you hear the audio from my audio program called Logic, okay? And the reason I'm doing this video is because there's been some newly released jail phone calls between, Donna, Harvey, Charlie, some mystery third woman in the room with Donna and Harvey. One of these calls has Donna kind of talking over what people are calling a hot mic. So basically the call is still being recorded. Donna doesn't realize it. She is telling this person who's in the room with her about an email that Wendy sent her, okay? And one of the parts of the email, Wendy says, I had nothing to do with, anything that's going on. I wasn't involved in Dan's murder, something to that effect, okay? And here's where the debate starts. Donna makes a comment after reading this portion of the email. And the debate is, does she say, yes, you were, or does Donna say, I didn't say you were? Okay? So once again, the debate is, some people think Donna says, yes, you were, meaning, yes, you were involved, Wendy, in Dan's murder. And then the other camp is, I didn't say you were. Okay? Now, I want to preface this by telling you I am a professional musician. It is not what I do by trade, but I'm a professional musician. I have a degree, and I am also an audio engineer. So I'm very familiar with audio editing. I have extremely sensitive ears, and editing sounds on computers and really everywhere is something I've done pretty much my whole life. So I wanted to contribute to this conversation because I think I have the credentials to do so. And what I've done here in Logic is I have isolated this part where Donna responds to this portion of the email, okay? And let's go ahead and just listen to this first, okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's listen a few more times.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay, so I want to come right out and say that it's my belief, after analyzing this, that I think Donna says, I didn't say she was. Okay, so she's talking to this third person in the room, perhaps third, maybe Harvey's not there, but she's reading the email to her. Wendy makes a comment, I'm not involved. And then Donna says, I didn't say she was. If you listen first to the rhythm of this audio, you can hear that. Didn't say she was. Didn't say she was. Let's listen again.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, sorry, it's jumping around. So first of all, the rhythm matches, okay? There's been some other analysis out there that says, there's only three beats to this whole thing. I'm gonna have to disagree there. And I can see where these beats happen. Okay, so let's go visually now that we've kind of counted it rhythmically. Number one, this portion right here, okay, and we can look at the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. This right here is didn't, okay? And I'm gonna make the argument very specifically. First of all, when someone speaks, often they have a lead up to the loudest part of the word. So didn't does have a little bit of a lead up with the D sound, and then sort of a combination of the D and the I, so di. That's going to give you this right here, and this is called a transient, okay? And you can see that this is the loudest part of the word right here because basically it's the tallest part of the waveform. And as you finish the word didn't, you've got some N and T there. It's much quieter, and so you can see the waveform sort of calms down, okay? So right here, this is didn't in my belief. I've isolated that here so we can listen to it. Okay, so let's listen to we're gonna listen to it 3 times. Okay, let's listen again. So I'm hearing didn't. Okay, so it's tough to hear, but again, just like Georgia says, if you listen to it kind of in context, you can hear didn't a little better. This right here is just a noise. I've actually isolated that just so I could make sure to prove that to you. Okay, so you can just hear, that's just a little thud. Okay, so there's the didn't. And what we're gonna see next is this whole bit right here. Okay, so right where I'm mousing over, this is all say, she. Okay, the big portion here is was, and that's because that's the loudest thing that the microphone picked up. Now, say, she, this is so important right here because what happens with some of these microphones, so obviously this audio is low quality, and the microphone picking up the audio is low quality. This is not like a high definition microphone. These poor quality microphones sometimes have trouble with S sounds, okay? Or another word for it is sibilance, okay? And often with these types of microphones, when you say S, it actually is very hard to hear, or it can be inaudible, okay? So that's actually what's gonna happen. When you hear the word say, listen to how faint the actual S in say is. Now, when she says the word she, the SH sound, that sh, that comes through really kind of loud, and it's sort of abrasive because that's the microphone responding to that sound. Okay, it responds more sensitively to SH, but not as sensitively to the S sound. Okay, so just listen to that. I'm gonna go to the isolated part. So say, she is what we're listening to, and we're gonna listen for some of those things like the almost non-existent S in say, and then the strong SH in she. Okay, again. The S sound on these microphones almost sounds like an F, as in Fred. So it's almost like fey, she. It just does a really poor job of picking up S sounds, okay? And that's just important to know when you're analyzing this audio. So your ear can kind of be sensitive to that. Okay? And then finally, we're going to have the was. And once again, see, and this is why I emphasize the mic having trouble with S sounds. You're really not going to hear the Z or S sound in was because of the microphone, okay? Okay, but it is there. If your ear is sensitive, I mean, I know this audio isn't great, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm sitting very close to the computer, and it's right in my ear, and I can hear that S sound at the end of the word. Okay, so let's listen to the whole thing again. Didn't say she was.
She was. She was. She was. She was. She was.
So, in my opinion, after analyzing this audio, I can hear didn't say she was. I can hear it rhythmically. I can hear the letter and vowel sounds. I can see them. Okay, so I can see the words kind of playing out in front of me. I isolated it by didn't, say, she, and was. And I even took out that little sound after the word didn't. Some other things that I did, just in case you're interested, is I slowed the audio down by 50%. I couldn't go more than that. And honestly, if you slow audio down too much, you're not analyzing a reasonable or accurate sample, in my opinion. I don't think you should be slowing it down, more than maybe 100%. But this is my limit, but I think it did a great job. I also increased the waveform so we could see things better. And I added some compression, and that just makes quiet sounds like these louder, and it makes loud sounds like this one a little quieter. So it sort of evens everything out for us to hear it better. and I did put some automation on, so I really cranked up these lower sounds so we could hear them better. So anyways, I hope that analysis was useful. Didn't mean to ramble on. I'm not in my best form here at midnight, but I did see some analysis happening, and again, this is an area where I feel I can contribute. I have a particular expertise here, and by my analysis, it's clear to me that Donna was saying didn't say she was. In fact, later on the call, she says, again, I didn't say she was. So she kind of reinforces that she's repeating something she said earlier, okay, if you look at the call. So anyways, that's my argument, that's my evidence, and I hope you enjoyed the video.